Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I thank the Honourable Member for the question regarding the calculation of passenger and cargo fares for maritime travellers. Oh, you can't answer. At the outset, I wish to respectfully state that passenger fares and freight rates fall directly under the responsibility of Fijian Competition Consumer Commission, FCCC, which comes under the purview of the Honourable Minister of Finance, Commerce, Business Development. The regulatory oversight and approval of maritime freight rates are primarily administered through the Ministry. However, given the close coordination between the Ministry of Public Works, Meteorological Services and Transport, the FCCC and Maritime Safety Authority of Fiji, I provide an update as follows. The prices for the supply of maritime shipping passenger fares and freight rates are regulated in the Commerce Control of Freight Rates and Passenger Fares Order, which allows the FCCC to generally determine the passenger fares and freight charges in Fiji. So the domestic shipping market in Fiji is generally divided into two categories: economical routes and uneconomical routes, which is primarily serviced by or under the government shipping franchise scheme. It is important to note that while operators are licensed to service particular routes, some maritime routes, particularly to remote maritime islands, are commercially uneconomical in nature. This is one of the key reasons why the government shipping service franchise scheme continues to play an important role in ensuring connectivity and accessibility for maritime communities. The FCCC in its assessment adopted a cost-plus pricing methodology. This means that FCCC determines the efficient and allowable operating costs of providing the shipping services and the allowable markup to allow the operator to remain sustainable. Some of the key factors usually taken into consideration include the cost components, i.e. fuel costs, labor costs, maintenance, financing costs, compliance cost, depreciation, admin, insurance, demand data, passenger and freight cargo data, and the level of service required for operators to continue servicing particular routes. The FCCC considers submissions from maritime operators, which include detailed assessment of maritime operators' audited financial reports, management reports, ticketing and demand information, fixed asset register, and detailed submission from respective maritime operators on their cost of operations, capex, and business plan. There are also situations where operators experience reduced demand on certain routes, particularly for maritime and remote island services. In such cases, an allowable markup may be considered to ensure that operators remain financially sustainable and are able to continue serving those communities. Demand, therefore, plays a significant role in the determination of fares and freight charges, particularly in balancing affordability and long-term sustainability of maritime transport services.
Thanks, the Minister, Honourable Filipe Tuisawau.